Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to Just Event Online TV. I'm on the code Isiaq, my program Issues in Reality. Today I have with me Dr. Kolo, the Senatorial candidate of the NNPP in Kwara State for Kwara North specifically. He will be giving us a background view to his ambition and the people and the diverse politics of Kwara State and Nigeria at large. You're welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you. How are you? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you give us a brief background to the person we are meeting?
Yes, we are meeting with Dr. Kolo Jiya. If you earlier introduce me, I'm a native of Gapon in Kwara district of Patigi local government. I'm a village boy. That's all.
All right, thank you very much. Talking about village boys, I think you agree with me that a lot of Nigerian leaders have always claimed to be a village boy. I start an example of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, an example of former statesman Chief Obafemi Awolowo, a village boy. But looking at the statistics in Nigeria today, a lot of people, many people do not want to be a village boy anymore. A lot of people want to rush from the villages to the cities. You now have urban population increasing and rural population decreasing, which has been a lot of things. This has been a lot of burden on our economy. As a senator, you represent the good people of Kwara North, but you have the power to legislate on every nooks and cranny of Nigeria. Let's start our conversation with this village boy thing.
You see, we should not deceive ourselves. Everybody is from a village. One way or the other, maybe you find yourself in a city today, you are from one village or the other. And that is why I say I'm a village boy. And that is why I told you, I've said this times without number, I'm going into politics because I'm from a village. And I know what the villagers are going through. And that was why in one of my interviews I said the autonomy of the local government is paramount. Because most people you are talking about, they are in the village. If you look at the population of those that are in the village, how many are the population of people inside the town? 70% of the population of this country are within the local areas. And that is why I say I'm a village. And of course, you know I'm from that kind of village. I'm from a village where up to today, we have problem of infrastructure, we have problem of water, and that is one of the things that ignited me to go into politics, because I know what my people are going through, because I have stayed in those villages with them.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's open up the agenda. We agree or disagree with me that Kwara North has been said to be weak, one of the weakest of the three we have in Kwara State. And when I say weak, I'm not saying financially, because not quite long ago, a non-governmental organization made the case of how monies have been taken from some local governments to augment some other local governments. And then in this arrangement, Kwara North seemed to be the victim, and then some other local governments seem to be the victim. But it seems that now for political reasons, some people are playing hide and seek. The people in power do not want to talk. The people that started the arrangement do not want to talk. But you are coming from a different part, from the popular opposition party in the state, and then the ruling party in the state. What is your view?
That is why we have to change the narratives. You have said it all. Monies that are meant for local government is diverted to another local government to sustain those local government. For them to sustain, for them to sustain themselves. And that is why I told you the dichotomy, the autonomy of the local government is very paramount. I've said it before. We want those local governments to stand on their own. Monies that are meant for this local government, let it come directly to these local governments. So that if you misuse your money, it is left for you. But if the money that is meant for your local government is directly sent to those local government, they will be able to use the money judiciously for themselves. And that issue of, you know, transferring another person's money from another local government to augment the other local government will not arise. Because if the money is given to me directly, you shouldn't expect me to share that money with any other local government. And that is one of the things I will emphasize on if I get to the Senate. The dichotomy, I mean the autonomy of the local government should be taken serious.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
But if I must say, we must give kudos to the President Muhammad Buhari administration. With these, there was a time a circular was passed that all local governments should be autonomous financially, and then most of the fracas came with the governors. The governors were disagreed. We had Governor Wike, Governor Fayemi of Ikiti State, a lot of them saying different things.
See, my brother, prosperity will judge everybody. I don't want to talk much about that. I don't want to condemn them. But whatever you do today, you will be judged for it tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Because every woman being has conscience. And conscience is that in you that will tell you what you are doing, either it's right or wrong. If you think you are doing something and you think you are doing it for your selfish interests, history will rewrite your story tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much. Talking about history, the former president of this country said that history will forgive you for taking a bad decision, but history will never forgive you for not taking a decision at all. I think as a politician, when you're in power, what you think about when you're out of power is different. I come in like this. The current administration in Kwara State today hammered on the autonomy of the local government before they came in. But what we are seeing today is nowhere different from what was happening yesterday. Some people will say that you will be a federal lawmaker, somebody else will be a governor. How would you be able, somebody like you, be able to pressurize or lobby the governor to autonomize the local government? As
a lawmaker, I don't think I have anything to do with the governor, because I'm not representing my state alone. I'm representing Nigeria as a whole. And whatsoever I legislate in the house is not only for Kwara, it's for the country. So if the law is passed, then no local government, no governor should touch anybody's local government money. I think it's binding. And the door of the court is open. They can challenge it in the court of law. So I don't have anything. There is no pressure I'll put to any governor. This fight is for everybody. It's not only for me. My own is to legislate that law. And if that law stands, it will stand the test of time and it will be totally enforced. And if it is not enforced, we go to law court. So it's not as if I must come and tell my governor, this is what they say. No, this is what the law says. If I don't challenge my governor, another person can challenge the governor. Even you or anybody from anywhere can challenge the governor, because it's a law. The governor is not above the law. And these laws are made not for only me alone, it's for everybody in this country. So the issue of saying I will come and lobby my governor or come and beg my governor does not arise.
All right, thank you very much. I think I'm enjoying this local government question. I'll start. This will be the last conversation we'll have. A lot of people have proposed different solutions to these local government diseases we have in Kwara, in Nigeria. And then one of the major things is that state government should be stopped from conducting local government elections, from conducting and overseeing local government election. That the prerogative should be given to INEC. Maybe, just maybe, with that, because we rarely see local government election being won by opposition party, except recently that, like we saw in Kaduna State and what we saw in Abuja, which was done by INEC. But, sir, in your own perspective, as the white man will say that prevention is better than cure, I think if you're hammering too much on curing, why don't you talk about prevention? Why don't you start with the election? If an aspirant or a candidate knows that I have to be popular with the people and not be popular with the governor to get there, don't you think that will?
So let me tell you, things are changing. Awareness is becoming wider. That same history in Kaduna can even repeat itself in Kwara State. because there is awareness everywhere now. If you like, let your INEC be for the state or from federal. The moment people, you can only rig an election that the person is not popular. If anybody is popular, it will be very obvious for anybody to say, I want to rig that election. Personally, I would have preferred the federal INEC to supervise the local government elections. I would have preferred that. But it shouldn't be a threat to us. The things we are doing before, they will rig election. No. This time around, things are changing. Awareness is becoming so wide that everybody knows is right. So if such a thing is conducted this time around, this, my brother, you will see what is going to happen. What happened in Kaduna will repeat itself here.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, that is majorly about Nigeria. Let's talk about the people you want to represent now. It's no news. Anytime you talk about Kwara, talk about the region that lacks water, infrastructure, basic amenities. Kwara North comes first on your list. And then, which means, whether you're a governor, whether you're a senator, if you want to work on the northern part of Kwara State, one way or the other, you're starting from the scratch. So where do you hope to start?
I don't know, understand what you mean by starting from scratch. Are you talking of Kwara North?
Kwara North.
Or Kwara State as in?
Kwara North.
I'll scratch from here. Every part of Kwara North is my concern.
What I'm saying is that when you talk about water, people lack water, yes. Potable water in Kwara.
Yes.
When you talk about good roads,
yes.
They lack good roads in that part of the country.
Yes.
What about healthcare?
Yes.
They lack healthcare.
Yes.
But what is your major concern?
See, sir,
about education?
All these things you have mentioned, all these things are mentioned. They are very, very important to my people. There is no need of any priority for any of these items you have mentioned. My people are all Nigerians, and they are entitled to all these things you have mentioned. They need good health, they need good roads, they need good hospitals, their health care should be taken care of. So the priority of saying, if you get water and you are not having good health, what does it take from you? So all these things you mentioned, Kwara North, we need all those things. There is no preference for saying, let's get water. If you get good road and your people are dying, what of all essence is it? All these things you have mentioned, we need it in Kwara North. We shouldn't be specific for any of them.
All right. Let's talk about the political part of it. Kwara State has a very unique political system. We've been ruled, let me say, we have had a dynasty in power for a very, very long while. The dynasty have done good from one party to the other, and today they are out of power. Now we have a new set of people in power, and then we have the dynasty in the opposition. But you have a relatively new political party with a very popular political structure, if you will allow me to say that. What is your hope?
My hope is glory. I told you I'm a village boy. Those that really vote are those from these villages. And I'm not threatened by any of these political parties you are talking about. That is one. Two, talking about their past antecedents. I told you I don't talk about those who have ruled us before. I don't want to talk about them. Prosperity will judge everybody. I have come to serve. Then history will judge every one of us, whether I have done better or not. I don't want to talk about them.
But as a politician, you said you came into politics.
Yes.
Because you don't like the way your people are feeling. But would you say that you've never felt any sense of fresh air recently? Maybe before this government or...
Which fresh air?
Fresh air for your people. Like when you say, maybe this is better than that, that is better than
that. That the present government is doing better and my people are enjoying it. Is that what you are saying?
I'm saying maybe.
I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, ask them. If I tell you now, you may not believe me, but you have what we call investigation journalism. Go around and go and find out from them. Are they receiving any fresh breeze? That is what you are saying. Go and ask them. They will tell you.
But you said you're a village boy.
Yes, I am.
We have seen a lot of people from Kwara North saying this government is doing really well, and he was even too bad. He was given a traditional title in your own part of the state, and then a lot of people are saying that he's like a Bill Clinton of Kwara North, like a white governor in a white president in a black skin.
See, everybody can be Tuban. Everybody can be Tuban. Everybody can be honored in his own way. You know, see, let me tell you, my brother, God giveth power, and whosoever that is in power that time, let your loyalty be to that person. But the important is that that person that is in that power will be accountable for whatsoever he does. So why I'm saying this is that whether it's Tubani, some people are just Tubani because maybe it's in power. The important thing is that within yourself, who is in that power, your conscience will tell you, are you worthy of that Tubani? Are you worthy of that reward or whatsoever? But you know yourself that prosperity will judge you tomorrow.
Okay, let's talk about your party.
Yes.
Relatively, your party is a new baby in the Nigerian politics with a very popular structure.
Yes.
In the Nigerian political space, you have a very popular presidential candidate.
Yes.
We are hearing about a merger. If a merger could happen with one party or the other, your party seems to be the formidable thought for us Nigeria has been craving for. But we hope to see if it will stand the test of 2023 general election, the diversity, the uniqueness of what is coming with it. But then, let's talk about your party in the larger space.
Let me go spiritual. Let me go spiritual. By the symbol of the party itself, I told people, I said, that is the only party in heaven. If you look at broom, you don't sweep in heaven, because heaven is neat. When you talk of umbrella, you don't use umbrella in heaven, because there is no rain in heaven. The only thing you eat in heaven is fruits. Even in the days of Adam, when God created Adam, the environment Adam was living, he never swept one day. The environment Adam was living, we never had that rain fell, that Adam has to put umbrella on his head. What we were meant to understand was Adam was eating fruits. So that is the symbol of our party. Second question you ask, the strength, of course you know it's a strong party. This party is not a new party. The perception people have about this party, this is a party of almost 22 years. And there is grassroots movement in this party that a lot of people don't know. The next election will surprise many people, because the voice of the voiceless will come out loud that day, and you will be surprised that this party has been existing for more than 30 years ago. So let's wait till that time comes.
But are we likely to see a merger that is the rumored merger that could have happened?
Well, that is not, I'm a contestant. I'm limited to some things I will talk about the party, because I'm here in Kwara. I don't know what is going on in Abuja. But if you ask me on my personally, I will talk to you on a personal note, but I cannot talk on behalf of the party. On my personal note, if merger is the only way, after all, this government way or another came in because of merger. If they had not merged, probably they wouldn't have won that election. And the constitution permits that. If that is another way for this party to win, and there is a strong merger, how so shall it be? And I think I will support that. Right. And that would be a good step forward.
Okay, now, sir, I want to push this to you. Are you a firm believer? You're from Kwara North.
Yes.
Are you a firm believer that the governorship of this state should go to Kwara North now?
Sir, if you oblige me, I don't want to comment on that now.
Okay, what about the national politics? You say, I'm looking at the 200 million people. Now, we have one of the major parties, we have people talking about Muslim ticket, and then for somebody like you will stand in the red chamber with God rules, you talk on behalf of 200 million people, you talk for 200 million people.
Nigerians.
So, do you think our country, as a senator in the making, do you think our country is ready for a lopsided religious ticket or something of sort?
Well, like me, I don't want to talk about other parties. And I don't want to discuss that in the general terms. I'm talking about my party. We have a structure, and I think our leader has mentioned it, that he cannot go for one particular religion ticket. In short, I read in the news today, I have not confirmed that from him, that his vice president must come from the east. And of course, that should be a Christian. So if other parties decide to set Muslim to Muslim ticket, so shall it be. But they know the implication of what they want to do. They should know. They are not kids. They are elderly people. They are statesmen, and they should be able to know. But as far as some party is concerned, we can't do Muslim ticket or Christian ticket.
Now, I want to push this to you. There has been a controversy around the party in this state of who your gubernatorial candidate is. Many people have been asking this question, and then I don't think there have been a clear-cut answer to that.
We have one. We have one. And if you want me to ask you, who is the vice president of APC?
We have a placeholder.
Huh?
Well, they have a placeholder.
We have one also. We have a placeholder for the governor also in the state.
So you're saying that you come with a strong gubernatorial candidate?
Very, very strong one. Very, very strong one. That when you hear it, you will shout and say, this party is going to win the election in Kwara State. But let that time comes.
Okay, now let's talk about what your people are facing, what you plan. But now I think it's only normal that you talk to your people about who is currently representing them and whether you feel the person is doing it right and how better you think you'll do it.
I'll do it better. I told you before that, you know, I don't want to apportion blame for those that are ruling us. I told you, God giveth power. But as a woman being, I have seen their mistakes. And from their mistakes, I will make correction and do better.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That is Dr. Kolo Jiya, the Senatorial candidate for Kwara North Senatorial District for the NNPP in Kwara State. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Viewers, I remember myself, Abdulqadir. Do have a lovely day. Stay blessed.
Thank you.